All right, people, you guys are listening to the Nomadic Cole YouTube channel and listening to a Nomadic Cole video for your entertainment. That's right, guys. This shit is for your entertainment. So make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are awesome. And again, this shit is for your entertainment. So make sure you guys leave a comment to tell me what you guys think down below of the video. Anyways, this is the awaited Super Bowl rant that you guys voted for in the poll that I posted last week, and I finally got around to making the video. Yes, the poll was not hyped up, like maybe 4 people voted in it, but still. You guys voted, 50% of you guys voted for a Super Bowl rant, so therefore, you're gonna get a Super Bowl rant. How's that sound? How about them apples, yeah? How about them apples? So, here goes. Here's the Super Bowl rant. So, guys, this year's 2023 Super Bowl might just be the worst ever Super Bowl of all time. That's right, people. It might be the worst Super Bowl of all time. And that's contender-wise, player-wise, who's playing at halftime-wise. It's going to be one of the worst Super Bowls of all time. And it was likely the worst Super Bowl I've ever witnessed in my time watching NFL. But yeah, I might just be one of the worst ones of all time. I'm not going to lie. And here's why. Reason number 1. Patrick Mahomes will be playing in the Super Bowl as the starting QB for the Chiefs. Now, as you guys know, Patrick Mahomes was a decent quarterback for Texas Tech. Like, he was all right, but he wasn't getting anything big. He wasn't doing very much for Texas Tech. He had like 2 or 3, seasons there in Texas Tech. And they were just, like a mediocre team in football. Never really, they weren't even on the level of, what's them called? The Longhorns, the Texas Longhorns. But, they was doing better than Hawaii at least. And, they was doing better than a few other teams out there. But they weren't anything, special, obviously, with Mahomes as the QB. And Mahomes goes in, and if I'm correct, he was going to initially be drafted to the Bears. But instead, the Bears decided not to draft Patrick Mahomes, and instead drafted an even worse quarterback, Justin Fields. But it goes to show that they chose Justin Fields, though probably just because of run time, the running speed time. They chose Justin Fields over Mahomes. And Justin Fields turned out to be one of the worst quarterbacks of all time. And Patrick Mahomes is really just an average quarterback that is extremely overhyped by the media. Well, he later went on to go with the Chiefs, and his first ever Super Bowl, which he is credited with winning, in his first season. So he's a rookie, and it's his first ever time to go, season, and his first ever Super Bowl. The reason why Mahomes is regarded as this amazing player, this next Tom Brady, is not because of Patrick Mahomes' own playing, because he only played like 2 playoff games. And the Titans basically, ended up, he played the Titans. They ended up basically shooting themselves in the foot that season. The reason he played because of Alex Smith's injury. And Alex Smith is a great quarterback. Alex Smith is one of the most underrated quarterbacks. He's played for the Washington Redskins and the 49ers. And I'd also say he's had one of the most unfortunate careers because he's been replaced 3 times by Patrick Mahomes, by Taylor Heineke, and by Colin Kaepernick, all due to injury. Not due to his lack of playing because he's a great QB, all due to injury. But Mahomes clearly picked up a few things from Alex Smith, learned a few things, and, used those skills taught to him, and he ended up winning that year's Super Bowl. And then, of course, the rest of the story. He goes on the next season. He has a season has an outstanding record, though against weak competition, and loses to teams like the Buffalo Bills and Tennessee Titans with real defenses. Has weak competition throughout the playoffs. His hardest game is against the Bills, and he beats the Bills in overtime. And then he goes on to play Tampa Bay and gets absolutely manhandled by the Tampa Bay Bucks and Tom Brady. And then after that, the next season, he makes another playoff run, which is another decent season. Again, loses to teams like the Titans and Bills with, teams that have real defenses. And then he actually gets upset by Joe Shiesty because he couldn't get it done. Because both teams have awful defenses. And, it was just Hail Marys all game, basically. And scrambling out of the pocket. And now this year, he's had an average level season. And he's made it to the Super Bowl. Once again, after really having an easy playoff run, having to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Bengals. And, they got his rematch, and he beat the Bengals this time. The other side is Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts, his stories, he was awful at Alabama, even though he had all the greatest weapons that could have been given to him. And then he had a mediocre season in Oklahoma where he was benched during his national championship game because he sucks. Go figure. He got drafted to the Eagles his starting season because Carson Wentz injury. He's drafted to the Eagles, and his team goes 4-12 because they're trash. And he goes 4-12. He goes 4-12 with the very good Eagles team at the time. And then the next season, he goes to the playoffs, barely makes the wild card after struggling all season, and then gets manhandled by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the playoffs. And now this year, he's in the Super Bowl after having one of the easiest roads to the playoffs of all time, where the hardest teams he's had to face is the Cowboys. And then, I guess, the Niners with a 4th-string QB in the playoffs. Well, now that all that's out of the way, you can also mark that Juju Smith-Schuster, the Fortnite guy, is going to be in the Super Bowl. Can't forget about that crap. And also don't forget that you're going to have other goofy guys in the playoffs, or not in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, like Miles Sanders, A.J. Brown, Darius Slay, and frickin' what's-his-face, Sammy Watkins, all in that game. All of them very goofy players, basically Fortnite kids playing NFL football for some reason. So that's going to be fun, I guess. And then you can't forget to mention all the woke washing that's going to happen during the NFL, like it's been the last freaking almost 10 years now, with all the ads, all the BLM bullcrap, all the social justice warrior bullcrap, all the first black person, all the first black woman bullcrap that's going to be happening. And then to top that, and also, they're going to say, oh, it's the first season 2 black QB starting the Super Bowl, which is just a dumb statistic. It's dumb. It doesn't even make sense. And to top that all off, you're going to get a mumble rap girl, a girl mumble rapper named like Swally or some bullshit like that. And Rihanna, who's a trash pop singer, as their halftime show. So it's going to be a load of garbage, people. It's going to be trash. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to even be funny. Yeah, that's your Super Bowl for you. Or as I like to call it, the toilet bowl. So anyways, guys, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this one. This is Domatico signing off. Thank you.